everyone, welcome to my yearly coaster trip planning video of the year. I just said year twice, I don't know, which means I'm probably not gonna have anybody watch it, but you know, at this point we just gotta do it. And this time I'm doing it a little bit differently. I'm just gonna go kind of live record all my thoughts here on Captain Coaster, which I've been hearing a lot of people recently say is a good site to do coaster tracking on. So let me know if you guys want to see me do like break down all my old coasters or whatever, and I need to mess around with the site. But as you see, we do have up a map of these United States, because I think that's all we're gonna do. Those of you that have been following my channel lately know that we're currently chilling out over here in Ohio Worlds, home of time right next to Kings Island. But after like 39 years of being right next to Cedar Point, freaking Holiday World, Kentucky Kingdom, just like this good area of good coasters that everyone should go ride, especially here at Cedar Point. I mean, it's freaking Cedar Point. I'm gonna highlight a better one. Everyone come check out Kentucky Kingdom. They got some good stuff. I am looking to relocate a little bit down south to this Charlotte area, which means that I guess my new home park is going to be here at Carowinds. And while that may not seem as impressive as everyone cares about Kings Island, because, oh, everyone loves Kings Island for some reason, even though Vortex is gone, it's still a decent park. I've been there a couple times recently. They've got a solid top three, I'd say, of literally these three coasters that are like right next to each other. Copperhead, Fury 325, JK I Lied, where's the good one? Freaking Afterburn. I loved Afterburn. And more importantly, Carolina Cyclone. Never take that out. They took the Transfer Vortex. Love. Park's D's, but the more important part of that is it puts me in a very interesting location that I'm calling like just a 4-hour radius. Boom, about 4 hours to the Pigeon Forge area, including Dollywood. Fantastic park. They're about to get a brand new coaster this year in the Expedition, not Everest. It's a fantastic park. It's been a few minutes. I need to go back for Lightning Rod as a non-launch coaster. Of course, huge tourist area. Enough to say about that. So you guys have seen plenty of content on that. Atlanta. We're right by Atlanta. Look at that. Charlotte, boom. Shaboom. Did you know that they have one of the better Six Flags parks in Six Flags Over Georgia? Interesting attraction lineup. I know it's not Magic Mountain, it's not Great American way over there, but like honestly, I like Over Georgia. I know there's a lot of controversy here, but it's a really nice trained park. They've got a wide variety of attractions that get a decent amount of love, and yeah, like freaking Goliath. RMC, JK, this is better RMC. It's like 30 minutes away. Go, everyone. I'm wearing a shirt right now. Fun spot. Atlanta, it's like half an hour from the place. Just go ride at Air Force One. Enough said. So yeah, Vicinity. Also, if you go up here a little bit, freaking Busch Gardens / Sanitarium and a bunch of other stuff. Really good. I'd say like weekend trip area. Probably be some content coming from there. I know that last year I dropped stuff from my time exploratory trip to Charlotte and Atlanta, so this is something that I definitely need to give you guys a new Dollywood video. It's been a couple years. Like I said, there's a decent amount of stuff up there, especially once the Expedition opens up. I'll be sure to check that out. And I might do another, at least Busch Gardens trip. I don't know if this is worth. There's a couple things I've opened up since last time I was there was right when Expedition opened, so need to go Rapterra, but it's not that much of a priority. Like, if I go here, it's gonna be from Pantheria, let's be real. But I want to at least, if I do this area, go Busch Gardens again. They have had a decent amount of stuff that's opened up since my last time. Verbolden's getting a facelift this year. Big Bad Wolf, new. Dark Coaster, new. Loch Ness Monster got a nice little refresh, so decent amount of stuff that's there. Plus, this is a nice park. Honestly, I can't even say top coaster there. It's just JK. It's gonna be the freaking invert coaster. Alphageist. Maybe one of my favorite inverts of all time now. That's not the one at my new home park. It's gonna be that for that area. There is one more thing that I didn't really say yet that's in this little 4-hour vicinity. And that is heading down to Little Park in Myrtle Beach. They don't have much there. They have Family Kingdom and this FEC, I guess. That feels like it's going to be an SBS winner. But yeah, Myrtle Beach, not the biggest park. Only 3 coasters here. However, one of these coasters, Swamp Fox, is a nice classic wooden coaster, which I definitely need to check out, being a fan of classic rides. And the fact that there is no good wooden coaster in Charlotte. There's only one, and it kind of sucks. Outside of that, they are also getting a brand new, not even on the site yet, RMC for the year, which we know literally nothing about it. I think the one rumor circulating is that it's going to be a single rail Raptor, possibly a modified version of the classic layout, possibly some brand new. We literally know nothing. It was announced out of APA. They said, oh hey, we're getting a cool custom RMC for this little park. Awesome. Well, I'm not the biggest fan of the two that I've been on so far, the ones over in New Jersey and Magic Mountain. I have yet to be on one of the Gen 1 cartoonishly insane versions of the Raptor that were made for, so kind of hope these towards that. I mean, these things, these single rail coasters, are made for smaller parks. Perfect. With Family Kingdom. This is perfect with Little Boardwalk Park. Can't wait to check it out when it opens up later this summer. Speaking of RMCs, speaking of single rail cartoonish, let's go to the other side of the country. It's obviously going to be a nice little plane ride. So if you guys want to help support my travel funds, make sure to check out my Patreon where you can donate $1 if you think I'm awesome. A little more to give my dog a treat. Here on the videos, nice little credit screen. But I want to do something in this nice little state known as California. Now, I did go couple years ago down here in this general area with Knott's Berry Farm, Six Flags Magic Mountain, and Surprise Disneyland. I didn't think I'd get there. I've been to this corner before. I would like to go back to Knott's eventually. A park that there's a lot that I missed out on during my visits, but unfortunately I gotta focus a little more up here because yeah, California's great. America, one of the original Marriott parks, I know I just mentioned the Six Flags one, is unfortunately on a bit of an unknown timer. They announced years ago that they were going to be closing this place. Do not know when. All we know is that it will at some point be going down, and clock's ticking. I haven't been yet. We gotta go at some point. It is a Six Flags property. I can use my pass. I haven't said that yet. We do have the Six Flags pass, of course, so that'll get me into these of my stuff I said before. Huge bucket list for me right now. Outside the fact that I did a trip once when I was a little younger to this area and didn't get to go to the park that day. They have some really cool looking rides. Once again, like I just said, for the first gen RMC Raptor coasters, they have one in Railblazer, which looks to be pretty cool. I mean, it's got some nice off-road theming. Even the cars are themed. Like I said, these things are supposed to be cartoonishly paced, like rise over 2 seconds. Cannot wait to be blown away by that. So also got some other cool stuff up there. Flight deck, another classic invert. Freaking Grizzly, interesting. No, Demon, more important, Demon, they have classic arrow. More important, good wood coaster, Gold Striker. I love GCI. You guys know one of my favorite rides at Kings Island right now is Mystic Timbers, and I'm literally wearing a hat of Mystic Timbers 2.0. 1.0, I guess Timbers came second. These two coast, these bottom three, this bottom four will like make the park for me. Demon 2. It looks like a nice park. Like honestly, I'm a fan of the one in Chicago. So seeing the California version, it's just sucks I have to go during the summer because unfortunately, while it is in California, this park is now super seasonal, like only open in the summer. Literally will have to go before August, which kind of sucks because yeah, go back down here, park I haven't been to yet, Hollywood. That's not Hollywood. Show me Hollywood. There we go. That's actually far away. I thought it was gonna be right there in Anaheim. It's a little on the north side by Pasadena. Definitely want to do Universal Park this year. Not sure if it's going to be this or going back to Florida. Hollywood, you guys know. Any Thuzy should know the words Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift. Unique looking spinning launch coaster with tons of versions. Going to be sprawling all over the comeback park. Looks super fun. I love control spinning coasters. You guys know. One of my favorite coasters right now, Time Traveler at Silver Dollar City. Would love to go back there, but that might, that feels, don't want to detract from my statement, but real quick. Silver Dollar City just announced that they are retiring the Thunderation Mine Train. Rest in peace. Such a cool arrow, such a cool mine train. Just weaving in and out of the hills. If I get back here this year, that'd be great. I'd love to get paid last respects. In terms of reasons to go there, though, outside of that, nothing really new has happened since my last trip. So I've just begun to pay my last respects. But I mean, this is also the park that has Time Traveler. I don't need to say anything else about it. So if I have the ability to make it back to Silver Dollar City, I would love to. But yeah, let's go back to California. To Universal Hollywood. This is what makes me a little more hesitant on when to go. Because like I said, unfortunately, that has to be summertime only. But new coaster opening in the summer. Don't know when that's going to be. Fingers crossed I can ride both at the same time and just rent a car, zoom back and forth. Even if I don't though, this park looks great. I've been to the Florida Resort a couple times in the past, but This being the actual Hollywood one, it's a little bit more unique. They have the whole tram tour movie set thing, which I definitely want to check out one of these days. And it being a little bit more of a constrained lot because that's things are more stacked up. They don't have as much room for as many things. So it's be interesting to take on things. Of course, either Universal I go to will have Super Nintendo World. This is just going to be the more abbreviated one. So definitely want to check out some sort of Universal sometime this year. If I don't go in the summer to one of them, I want to go in the fall. I love Halloween events. I have never gone to Hollywood Nights. Will this be the year? Who knows? This California trip, like I said, I don't know which one I want to go to because there's this area. I just said Universal and Knott's. But at the same time, there's this area that has freaking... Oh my god, I need to go to this park ASAP. And also, while I'm up there, Valio, Yo Dog, what up? There's also Six Flags Park I haven't been to yet that also has another RMC and a very unique looking spin on the whole Impulse coaster. So definitely want to check that out. Comment down below right now. Do I do part A or the Return to Greatness at some point in time for Hollywood Drift? But speaking of Universals, like I said, I want to do one or the other. This could be more of a standalone whenever trip, but I think that if I really want to do it this way, we should definitely for Halloween, especially given that I'm closer now. I think places in Orlando aren't that bad. I was going to the right one. You know what? We'll talk about SeaWorld for a second. SeaWorld's just an in and out. Half these coasters weren't there last time I was there, so more reason to go down there. Once again, awesome looking hypercoaster in Mako, one of my favorites. Aside of that though, we were talking Universal, where are you? No, that's Disney. There it is. I guessed right. Epic Universe just opened last year. Brand new park for Universal that I have not gone to because I only went to there too, which are still fine because Velocicoaster, don't worry about it. But what am I going to say about Epic without spoiling everything? Besides the fact that Universal / Disney quality in the theming, everything here looks amazing. Some of the best new rides of last year in things like the Harry Potter, Mystery 1, Monsters Unleashed, Stardust Racers, apparently topping the charts on new coasters. Top tier attractions and top tier theming everything. I need to check this out at some point. I don't know when. Maybe this year, maybe next year, who knows. We do the 1-2 punch that and SeaWorld at least. That would be freaking awesome. Once again, if I could do a Halloween trip, Haunt. I don't know. Honestly, like, it could be a very expensive year or a very non-expensive year, depending on how I do this. Outside of that, though, I don't really know. So hard to tell when I've gone to a decent chunk of this. Like this, a lot of this is covered by me already. A decent amount of this is covered already. I would like to get back to Texas at some point. That feels like a whenever trip, but I haven't gone to Fiesta since they've added the last few coasters. Once again, Golden Lasso Wonder Woman, the other Gen 1 RMC Raptor, Dr. Diabolical Steampunk Dive Coaster with awesome theming. Enough said. That might have to wait till next year. They're already starting to tease them for 2027, so keep an eye on that. But I mean, solid lineup all around. One of the best Florida's coasters. Poltergeist had a nice retheme. Just good. This whole park is good. I don't need to talk about the rides. I don't need to talk about the things. The only thing I need to talk about is that I haven't really done a video there in one of my few visits. So reason for content, I guess. Like, comment, subscribe. But outside of that, there's also, I have yet to go to SeaWorld in this area, which has some interesting coasters. Stingray's supposed to be a really good GCI. Steel Eel, Great White, freaking Batman clone. It's not listed yet, but their brand new coaster is opening up for a year, which is a smaller invert to go along with a big invert. Should be fun. And more importantly, if I go to this area, this is why I want to wait. This is why I want to wait for another awesome trip. There's Kodo Land. This is the part where we talk about Kodo Land for 5 seconds, and who knows when it's actually going to be fully open, but they've got a tilt coaster that's already open. You guys already know how I feel about Siren's Curse. They've got a really interesting looking ride in Palindrome, interesting looking shuttle. It actually goes back and forth over the road. But yeah, this whole park's been under construction for years. Who knows when it's actually going to open. It's very mysterious. Race car coaster park. Let's freaking go. I definitely check it out. Plus, I got cousins in the area, so good reason to visit them, I guess. But yeah, I think Austin might wait for another year. We'll see. Outside of that, I think my only big want is just to do things on this side of the country. The only problem is, you can see here, like, this is all so freaking far spread apart, where even if I fly in somewhere, I'll still probably have to get a rail car in. Who knows how far it's from, like, let's say Salt Lake to freaking Silverwood, where both these have great rides. Silverwood, really cool looking wooden coasters. They have another classic RMC. They have classic Horseshoe, Aftershock, Giants, Inverted. I completely missed out on both the Six Flags ones that were around my area when they were there. That is supposed to be really cool. Want to check that. Also, we've been talking to RMC lately. It's right next to RMC Factory. They literally been using this place as a testing ground with how close it is. I don't know if I can be super cool enough to get a tour or something of that, but like I said, no, this area is just freaking loaded but so spread apart. There's that. There's Salt Lake City. Lagoon is supposed to be one of the best classic parks in the world with 10 awesome coasters. We got Classic Schwarzkopf. We got Rollercoaster, Classic Wind Coaster. They have a couple of house-made inspired coasters. Really, this bottom four right here are all like carbon house, including Cannibal. Cannibal's supposed to be insane. Hyper length, vertical, beyond drop. Primordial, interesting. Really interesting park, but the problem is it's also super expensive. Once again, let me point you towards my new Patreon if you want to help support me on this channel and, you know, get more content out so I get these places. Then, last thing in this area. Speaking of closures, like, rest in peace, the Northwest right now. This park's closing this year. Not the biggest park. I mean, it's a pretty small thing in the area, but I mean, they do have a nice little wind coaster and couple credits. Looks like there's a couple things in the area. Oh crap, I didn't know I could click on things. There you go. I should have been doing this the whole time. Whatever, this late in the video. Yeah, that looks awesome. They have, can I zoom in on this? It looks like there's some more stuff in the area. It's probably just, oh, Washington State Fair. Oh, Washington State Fair. This is supposed to be legendary. Just the airtime on this, the fact that it's single ratchet lap bars, or not even ratchet lap bars, that's supposed to be legendary. Could that be a 1-2 punch? It's a fair though, so it's only open a couple days a year or something. That is a 1-2 punch to go to Closing Park and Washington State Fair. That might have to be a thing. Outside of that, like I said, this is a very interesting area because I don't think it's road trippable to do this little quartet. I think you have to legitimately just fly into somewhere, then fly into somewhere. I don't know. Once again, comment down below if you guys have any tips for any of these trips. I feel like this would be an interesting trip, but also one that's going to be super expensive to fly around from. So yeah, what do you guys think of the 2026 season? Real quick recap. Definitely gonna have plenty of content coming from this lower quartet here between Carowinds and all the things that are basically within the 4-hour road trip radius of. I would love to do something in California. Question is, what do I visit the Dying Park, or do I just go back to check out Fast and Furious and Knott's Berry Farm? And of course, speaking of that double Universal year, maybe it would be amazing if they had to pass it. Just goes back and forth between the Universals, but I don't think that happens. Would love to do something here in Northwest especially, but let me know in the comments down below if you guys have any tips for any of these. Oh yeah, that's where the Missouri. Almost that was about St. Branson, Missouri. The best park. I freaking love Silver Dollar City. And maybe like I go down here a little bit to the south and do another park that's a little bit further away, so maybe not. They got a couple things here. I don't know. X-Coaster would be unique. I have yet to go on X-Coaster. But that will do that for this. I know how I'm editing this. That's the part where you guys are probably falling off by now, so I'd probably just babble on for forever. I can also say that if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. You already know. But this looks like a very busy year, so I gotta start planning things. So until next time, always embrace the infinite.